Hello, my name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight I thought we'd do a color and chat, kind of like a Halloween picture. I'm ready to start some Halloween. So the book I'm coloring in is Welcome to Tatiana Bogema's Coloring World, Adult Coloring Pages by Tatiana Bogema Stolova. Now in here I did find a Halloween picture that I love. When I came across it, I was like, oh, I have to color this. So cute. And it's actually out of the Halloween book. I don't have any other book by Tatiana besides this one. And I would love, love, love to have a bunch of them because they all look amazing. Okay, so let's see. Sorry, guys. I had it out, but then I don't know. I don't know what I was doing, honestly. Here it is. So I thought we'd do this one. If you have the book and want to color with me while I color and chat, do so. Let me know if you've colored this picture, if you have the book. So I decided, this is probably going to take me a long time, you guys know I'm a slow colorer, that I actually am going to use some gel pen, probably mostly to outline, and then I'm going to go in with colored pencil. So tonight I'm probably going to use a bunch of gel pen. So you'll probably see that. I'm just kind of winging it. I grabbed a bunch of colors. I don't know if they're going to go good together. I'm just going to kind of see how it turns out. Some of them I might fully color in gel pen. Little parts, the rest will be filled in with pencil. So I'm thinking, I think a lot when I color. I'm going to use this light blue. I know. I'm going to use blues, greens, some tans, some little bit of red and orange with pumpkins, just some different colors. I just want to try it to see how it looks. I don't know if it's going to look good. I don't know if it's going to look kind of eh. But yeah, I want to try it. I think I'm going to do these little patches this color, and I'm actually probably going to color these in with the gel pen. I need to fix my shirt. My belly is just growing away. Got a little over 5 weeks left before he is here. So how's everybody been? How is the weather where you're at? All those poor people that had to deal with that hurricane all over. That is terrible and sad. Very sad. I could not imagine. And just think of those people. The weather where I'm at today, we had a high of 79. There's been a couple days where the kids had to wear pants to school because it was a little chillier, but not in a bit. So how's everyone doing? What are your plans for the evening? I am actually recording this on October 2nd. You guys will probably see this later because I am trying to pre-record some videos before I have this baby. Just some, not too extreme, just some to have a couple ahead. I actually had a doctor's appointment last Friday. And I know ultrasounds can be wrong. With mine, they have been accurate with all my kids. So I was getting the ultrasound. They're checking the baby, which I'll get another ultrasound here, and not this week, but next week. She's like, do you want to guess your baby's weight? And I said, sure. I'm not really sure, but I said, about 5 pounds. She looks at me and she's like, no. I'm like, I don't know. She's like, let's try 7 pounds. I was like, are you serious? So with all of my kids, they have told me the weight in the ultrasounds, and my kids have always been a little bit more. Not too much more, but a little bit more. So I'm thinking, I have a little over 5 weeks, and this baby's 7 pounds. I do have a lot of fluid. I did have that with my son as well. So, they watch that. And that's really weird because this whole pregnancy, like with my son, I had it like the whole time. A lot of fluid, my oldest. A lot of fluid. And a month ago, I didn't have like abnormal fluid or too much fluid or anything, and now I do have a lot. I suppose maybe because I'm farther along, and it had been 4 weeks since I seen the doctor. I'm not really sure, honestly. And then they called me a few days later because the lady that I was seeing was off and said that I'm probably saying this wrong, nuchal cord cord is wrapped around the baby's neck twice. She said it can be normal, but she didn't seem too concerned. So they're watching that too. Which, of course, I'm a worrywart. So I worry about everything. My husband's always the calm. He tries to, don't need to worry about it if they didn't say anything's wrong. And I'm already emotional being hormonal. So I kind of freaked out a little bit. But now, I'm starting to relax. When I was born, I actually had the cord around my neck. And I was sideways in my mom's stomach. So back then, they didn't do these little incisions under your belly where they take you out. They cut down all the way down your stomach. So that's how I came out of my mom. She didn't say anything about me having a C-section or... Because with the cords, you can still deliver naturally. But I know that a C-section could be possible. But she didn't say, so... Try not to overhype myself. I get so... I don't know why. I just think of all the things. My brain does not shut off. Like my husband tells me, I think you worry to worry. Like you like to worry, which I don't think I do, but my mind must, I don't know. So I worry a lot. And I've never had high blood pressure, ever. It was a little elevated, but I don't know if that was because I was like nervous. Sometimes my nerves just, usually I'm fine, but sometimes I get like anxious like at the doctor's office. But she waited like a minute or two and it was back down, so she said it could have been for me going back from No, I had to go from the bottom floor up to the top floor, so could have been that. I'm not really sure. But yes, I was like nervous for some reason. So tonight, yeah, I just thought it'd be a good night to hang out, chat, do some coloring, kind of relax my mind, hopefully. I mean, I'm thankful for you guys, and then I can talk to you guys pretty much about anything. And some things that I've said, some of you guys have gone through in the past when I've mentioned stuff. So that makes me feel at ease, because I'm the big worrywart. So what did I do on Sunday? Well, I think it was Sunday. I gotta think back. Excuse me. I've been so dry. Last night I woke up like super dry and hot. My husband's snoring away, sleeping good. That I felt like I couldn't breathe. I was getting anxiety because I was hot and stuffy. So I went upstairs at like, I don't even know, so late. And just laid on the couch till I could fall asleep, which our couch is not really comfortable. But yeah, I just laid on the couch and turned on some ASMR and I crashed. And I was up again a little bit. So yeah. And my niece, I might have said this, maybe not. I've talked to a few people, but I don't know if I've said this to you guys. My niece that was expecting her baby, the one before me, she had her baby on Friday, so that was nice and exciting. Very exciting. It's her first baby, and she is adorable. My sister, who is now a grandma, of course. So this is my great niece that was born. My niece had a baby, so my great niece. She is so cute. And she's so, like, looks so content and so calm. My sister said she is. She really is. So that was nice to hear. I can't wait to meet her. I'm thinking probably on Thanksgiving. And she's just perfect. Yeah, my niece had her the day after her due date. They actually wanted to induce her. So that's what she did. Very long labor. Which I remember with my son, my first, it was super long. I was in labor for 26 hours. My water partially broke at home at 5:30 in the morning. And they went up there and they said, well, we're keeping you. And I wasn't even dilated, so I had to be induced too. And I'm not a fan of being induced. I understand they gotta do what they gotta do. Now, if they have to do it again, then they gotta do it. But I'm not. I had a much easier birth with my daughter. Because I was able, I don't know, I felt like, I don't know, maybe because it was my first, I didn't really know when the contractions were coming, but they were sharp right away. They kept upping everything. And with my daughter, I could tell right away when they were coming. And I hope it's the same with this, but you know, it is what it is. As long as the baby's healthy and good, that's all I really care about. So now my kids are getting really excited. So back to Sunday. I think that was the night I washed curtains. I have to do more curtains this weekend. I just have, because I did my kitchen curtains and my living room panels. And I got to do the ones in the baby's room and my son's room and the bathroom and then my daughter's room. Because I also did my husband and I's curtains in our room. So yeah, that's what I need to do. Okay, what should I use next? I'm trying to focus on one thing at a time so I don't get too crazy into it. But you know, I'm probably going to bounce over because I bounce around a lot. I think I'm going to go in. Well, let me try some of this color with the leaves. This is kind of like a brownish. I'm using my Shuttle art gel pens if I didn't say it yet. Kind of like a brownish gold color. And I might just color these that color. I think I'm going to. Oh, I kind of like that. So yeah, these lines that I trace, I'm going to find a color that's kind of similar and try to go in. I don't know how good it's going to look, honestly. I was just going to straight color pencil, and then I thought today, well, I kind of want to use my gel pens again. So that's what we're doing. Got this pretty green, which I think I'm going to go in here. I think I kind of want to color those green too, or maybe I'll do the blue that I plan on using. Maybe do the little dots green. So my son completed his reading bingo for the month of September at school. And they did stuff like that last year and the year before, and they got little prizes. Oh my goodness, this year he got like a sandwich bag of candy, a coupon for like if we go to this certain restaurant that has a buffet, he gets like a free buffet. And then at our local gas stations, we have quite a few of the same with the same name. He gets a free slice of pizza. So he got a lot of stuff, and a bookmark and a pencil. And we got his October one a couple days ago, which we started. Just certain little tasks you got to do while you read. So we're doing that one. He has to read at least 20 minutes a night. And he's had to study for his spelling tests every week and his religion tests. And he gets math homework sometimes. His teacher said, though, that they'll have homework every day. Okay, I'm not sure if I like the color. That green, it might turn out better once it's fully colored in. My daughter, they learn like a certain letter every week. And things that start with that letter, and they make stuff. And then at that Friday, they got to bring something for show and tell that starts with that letter if they want. So that's fun. They did that with my son too, but he didn't go to preschool there. He went to another school, but I don't know. Let me think. Excuse me, I'm going to take a drink. Gosh, I am so sorry. That sounds kind of rude, but I have a cough. So yeah, I think he did that. I feel like kindergarten he did that. Does anyone have any plans for Halloween? Are you doing anything fun? I normally like to watch scary movies through the whole month of October, but I have not been able to stay awake for nothing. Me and my husband were making homemade applesauce. We have tons of apples, and we're canning that for the baby, for baby food. But yes, I feel like, I don't know, I just am exhausted. When we were done, I sat on the couch for a little bit, watched a little TV, and I was out. My husband said I was snoring. I fell asleep on the couch. I woke myself up, and he's like, you were sleeping for a while. And went back to our bedroom and went to sleep. So I haven't really been watching any movies. When the kids were playing this weekend and I was doing some cleaning, dishes, and cleaned the kitchen up and scrubbed the floors and the cabinets. They were watching like the Addams Family cartoon movie. We have the movies, but they were watching that. And then what other movie did they start? Oh, they started Coraline. They got most of that done. And I always thought it would freak my son out when he was little, but he didn't get freaked out. Now, I don't know if my daughter, she didn't watch much of it. So I don't know how she really felt about that. Debating if I want to do green on these leaves. For this flower. Just kind of keeping my options open and looking at everything around the page. So I'm not really sure what I want to do yet. I think I'm going to trace around these. And I will find my own green colored pencil to use, what kind I want to use with it. Like I said, I don't know if this is going to look okay, but you know what? It's for fun. And it's something that relieves my anxiousness and stress. And I made spaghetti on Sunday night. And I make my homemade spaghetti sauce, and it was so good. You know, usually I'm kind of like, I don't make spaghetti that often. I'm kind of about it once in a while. But it was so good. I must have been craving that. My husband had leftovers for lunch the other day. So I almost feel like I was probably craving that a little bit. And then last night I made chicken and cheese quesadillas. I've been going for the easy meals the past little bit because usually I like to cook like more things. If that makes sense. Oh, mine's not even working. But I just made chicken and cheese quesadillas for supper. I do them in a pan and with a side of sour cream and salsa. And of course we pretty much always have fruit with supper for the kids too. And a lot of times I have vegetables, but yeah, I didn't. And tonight I asked my husband if he wanted to make if he wanted me to make homemade sloppy joes. Now we just had those like a week ago. So, and he's like, "Well, we got boneless pork chops." I was like, "Okay, I'll do pork chops and rice." I call it, well, it's like no peak chicken, but I do it with the pork chops. Where in a bowl you get like 2 cups of rice and 2 cans of like one a cream of mushroom, 1 cream of chicken, and a can of water, and you just stir that all up and pour it in the bottom of a baked like 11 by 7, I think 11 by 7 pan. Then you put your meat on the top and sprinkle a French onion soup, and if you want to add more seasonings you can, and bake it at 350 for hour and a half. Now in my oven it takes an hour and a half, but it's so good. The kids love it too. My son actually likes rice now. My daughter's still kind of hit and miss. Then I cut up what we had for fruit because I have to go to the grocery store this week. Probably Friday. Just in a couple days. So I've been eating up what we have for fruit, like oranges and grapes. Sliced up some oranges. My daughter likes when I just slice them instead of peeling them, so she can just pull it off herself and bite them. So I just cut them in quarters and she takes them. So that's what we had tonight. It was really good. And my daughter, before bed, they have a little bit of time left so they can watch a little TV, or my daughter wanted to play school, so she was writing what she knows so far for letters and asking me and her dad what letters she wrote. And she'd be like, "Mom or Dad, whoever won, you got it right." I remember playing school with friends when I was a kid. And she's so sweet at school. She's been making, like, they draw and stuff, and she's been making little pictures for her friends and giving them to them, which I thought was really sweet. My son, I think, has been having a little tough time in school, paying attention a little bit. And he's normally the shy one, but lately he's been talking a lot, which we told him he can't be doing that in school. So listen to the teacher. So I think he's just making some friends, but yeah. And he gets embarrassed too, so he doesn't like to, if he got talked to, because he did by the teacher, he got really embarrassed and like upset about it, like sad. So he knows what he needs to do. He's been bringing home a lot of art projects they've been doing. Well, maybe not art, maybe it's STEM lab. They like made robots with cardboard and a bunch of other things, and he brought it home and it was so cool. It's the kind of stuff he loves to do. So this is how it's coming along so far. It is going to be filled in at some point with a colored pencil, but I don't know everything yet that I'm doing, so just swinging. Now this red I thought would be, it might be a little dark, but I thought it would look cool on some leaves. Maybe also on some flowers. Oh, this one's thick. Okay. Now this one I'll probably just color it in. With the gel pen. Now I don't know what kind of plants or flowers these are supposed to be, but I think I'm going to go in with the red. Do you for Halloween plan, if you have can't talk, if you have children, do you guys watch movies with them for Halloween? I watch kid-friendly ones with my kids. My son is like freaked out about werewolves now for some reason. He watches Kid the Cartoon and he's like obsessed. I'm like, okay, they're not real. And my daughter loves anything scary, even kid-wise. Obviously, don't let them watch like slasher movies that I watch or anything, just the kids' ones. But when I was a kid, it was different. Funny thing is, I used to watch scary movies when I was like in second grade, probably younger. But I don't want my kids to do that. I think they'll have nightmares. And movies are a little different nowadays. To me, anyway. But yes, there are movies I want to watch. I just hope I at least get a couple in. And then do you have any like traditions? As far as pumpkins, do you carve pumpkins? Do you cook pumpkin seeds? Do you paint pumpkins? So what I do, usually the kids each get 2 pumpkins, but the first set of pumpkins I buy, they paint, so I can set them out right away. And then when it gets a little bit closer towards Halloween, I'll buy some more, and then we carve those. And then we do bake the pumpkin seeds too. That was something we did when I was a kid, and I loved it. Should ask my dad if he wants to come over and carve pumpkins when we do. I don't know if he will, but my mom liked to do that stuff. Tonight, I think, after this, I'm going to make some hot lemonade. I think it'd feel good on my throat. So soothing. I should almost do these leaves like red and orange. I might do that with this color and an orange that I have. We'll see what that looks like. I'm getting all the ideas, guys. All the ideas. Now that we're coloring together. My son's been drawing again recently, which he kind of stopped for a while, but now he's been going at it again, which is nice because that's something he always enjoyed. I'm pretending to make like comics. And then this week, at the end of the week, my kids have their school walkathon. So we got to turn in our collections. And what they do, it goes towards the school. Everything does. They go around our community and they pick up trash. I mean, it's all grades. It's preschool through 12th grade. So they all go different ways and pick up throughout the community trash. So that's what they do. And this weekend, gotta go do some more shopping besides the grocery shopping. Have to get my daughter's school pictures printed out for family members. My son, we're having him do retakes. He was so funny. We were laughing at his picture because he had a goofy smile. He did it like on purpose. It was so funny. I was nervous that my daughter was like gonna cry because I remember the day of her pictures. There were kids, girls, crying that their parents were leaving them and they had to get pictures, and I was like, oh no. And she started getting a little emotional, didn't want me to leave. I did, of course. Teacher was there to help with all the kids and the helper. So yes, and her picture turned out great, smiling and everything, so that was a relief. In my kindergarten picture, not my preschool, my kindergarten, you could tell I had been crying. And I got reminded of that when I was older. My family told me I had cried. I had my chin like sticking up and out because I tried to smile because I was so upset and scared to get, big flashing lights in my face. So that's how that went for me. My son didn't. He did good in kindergarten. And he started going to the school he's at now. even his first day of school, he right into the classroom, and that like made me cry. My daughter was a little scared for preschool, but now she just marches right in. Mom, I'm gonna go in by myself, okay? Like, you can give me a hug, but I'm going right in. Okay. We bring them inside and just wait at the door till the teacher's ready to open it and let the kids in. So my son doesn't want me walking him to class. Mom, you can wait in the car. He's getting older, which is kind of sad. He still likes mom hugs though. Time goes by when you're having fun, that's for sure. Do you guys see that? I feel like I'm moving the book too much. Okay, this I'm probably just going to color in. This little part. I really do love these Shuttle art gel pens. They color nice, I think. Maybe trace her tongue too. She's concentrating. So you have to go to the store this weekend, get pictures. We have to get Halloween costumes. I know. We usually already have them, I feel like, but gotta get some more. We still have their buckets and everything. I save those unless I break or something, but she's carved a lot of pumpkins, it looks like. Okay, now onto the next. Now I gotta think a minute because looks like these are sleeves and that. Okay, I think I know what I'm doing. This is kind of a darker blue. I'm gonna trace around the hat. I think I should do the green under here too. Now, as I'm doing it, I think I'll think of the colors as I'm going along. I wanted different colors for my witch, so that's why I chose these colors. Didn't want to have the same colors. I'll probably have some black in the picture, but probably not, you know, the witch. I hope I don't smudge. I hate when gel pens smudge, which they can. I don't know if these have yet for me. Oh, yep, I did right there. So it is what it is. Just gotta be careful. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed or what, but I feel like I smudge stuff. I don't get it. Oh, maybe I do a little bit under here. I haven't in a long time. I got a little bit of green from where I smudged it. Yeah, so back to the ultrasound thing when they said 7 pounds, and I was like, what? My firstborn was pretty big. He was 10 pounds. And my daughter, she was like 7. But to think that this one could be, well, she said is, but you know, just think of it as could be. 7 pounds already, and I still have 5 weeks left. And mine have always been accurate. I know people where theirs have been wrong. But for the most part, most people I have talked to, theirs have been accurate too. At least where I live. And the funny thing is, you know, I still have some snacks, but I think I eat more better with this kid than I did with my other kids. I mean, I ate healthy with them too, but I ate a lot of junk, especially with my daughter. I crave junk. Terrible, I know. But this one I do eat a lot of fruits and veggies, but I don't snack. I usually eat my 3 meals. Sometimes I'm not even hungry. And I've gained the least amount of weight with this kid, except for my belly, obviously. So I don't know. But my husband was almost 10 when he was born. I was 8.5 pounds. And my mom had me in her 40s. And I was the last one. You know, and you hear of like your family. My mom told me like her sister, when she was born, weighed 12 pounds and her brother was 11. And back then they didn't have all the stuff that we have now. And I'm like, oh my goodness, they're so brave. And my grandma had 12 kids. I mean, some of them had that. Not all of them lived. 5 died very young because of the RH. And they check that stuff. More, you know, they have more stuff now where they check. They check it. I can see on my charts they check my blood and everything's good with me, but just things that can happen. But 12 pounds, oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine. And they didn't do C-section then, I guess. So kudos to my grandma. today. Anybody else that did all that? Kind of ranting all over the place today, talking about a bunch of stuff. My mind has been crazy lately. It doesn't want to shut off. So when you guys see this, I'll be probably, well, obviously I'll be further along. So. And one thing I cannot wait for is taking a bath again. All I do is shower. I cannot get comfortable in the bathtub with this baby. Say you can take a bath to relax and help with when you get uncomfortable. Those of you that have been pregnant get uncomfortable sometimes, and baths, they say, help. I took baths with my son and my daughter, but this one I tried and I was like, I need to get out. I'm not comfortable at all. My other niece is expecting. She's had a lot of pelvic pain and since early on her pregnancy, and this is her second child. She had to get taped. She's had a lot of things, so it'd be nice once she gets some relief too. She's told me she has to sleep actually in their recliner because she can't lay in bed because it hurts so much. But she gets like massages and stuff. They do it for her to help her be ready because her body's just hurting her really bad. But she also works at a job where she's on her feet all the time, so I don't know if that has to do with that or just, I don't know. Because I don't remember. I don't think I've had that bad of pelvic pain. But you definitely feel for people. Have all this. Okay, this hat's going to be darker, so I don't know if you can tell the difference or not. Now, I was thinking, am I going to do, I think I was just doing the hat that color. I don't know. Looks like it has teeth. Do you ever make teeth on your pumpkins? Draw. You can actually buy things that you can push in the pumpkin or stickers. Sorry guys, again. Ugh. Okay, I got a different blue now. This is the blue, this is the shuttle art again. Now I want to, I'm just going to go in and color these a little bit. And I think I'm going to do that on the bird too. Right up here. Oh, I was going to use the dark color for under here. Let me go back to that gel pen quick. No, I'm going to use this color. That's right. I'm sorry, guys. Goodness sakes. Get it together, girl. I got to get it together. I actually got the flu shot. I normally don't do that. Just my preference not to. My son's gotten it when I've been expecting, and my daughter was her first. And they do in their babies too, sorry. But my son got a really bad reaction to it. And my husband's had a bad reaction to the flu shot in the past, so he doesn't get it anymore. But yeah, me and my daughter will probably end up still getting it, maybe. I didn't have any type of reaction. I know you can get some reactions, but we just kept an eye and it went away. But his arm was so red and hot, it looked like he was allergic, getting the hives almost. Which they say you can get that too, so. And then I got RSV, which must be something new with being pregnant, getting the RSV shot. They normally recommend it for 60 years and older, but they're saying now when you're 32 weeks pregnant or farther, you can get the RSV shot. So I got that. I usually get all the shots when I'm pregnant, just because I am carrying a human inside me. And I want to protect that baby as much as I can from most things. I know not everything you can. But my kids both had their checkups and they did so good. I was worried about my daughter because more than my son. My son's, older now. But my daughter, she had always freaked out at the hospital. She was freaked out by the pediatrician, and last year she freaked out, didn't like it. This year she was so good, talking away, answering questions. She's like, you are doing so great. But she does need to eat more vegetables, which with supper, we have her at least try it. Even if it's a repeat vegetable, she still has to try it every time. So yeah, we're just doing the best we can here. And that's all we can do with life. Do the best we can. I almost want to color her buttons green. I might have to do that. So I think that would look pretty cool. Green, I like the green. And buttons. I don't have an apron. I always tell my husband, but my husband has one and he never uses it. It's like an out. I don't know. He had gotten it from something. And so he says, well, you can wear that if you want. I said, yeah, I'll wear it. And I always forget about it. Maybe it's because I never had one. But my clothes get wrecked because sometimes stuff splatters. Not always, but I am clumsy, I should say. But at least the food turns out amazing. It looks amazing. Sometimes my siblings will send pictures of what they have for supper, and I'll send back, and they're like, oh, can I have the recipe? And they're all older than me. I'm like, sure. We cook at home, though, a lot, too. I don't know what they do, but I'm sure they do, too. So, busy weekend. I'm guessing it's going to be busy here on out for us until we get the baby arrives. To get the bassinet set up in our room, so we're ready. The little last bit of baby stuff that I did order and needed, so we don't need anything else at this time. At this time, I say, because sometimes I feel like I forget stuff, but for the most part I think we got all the necessities, because some things with my son, we had so much stuff that, your firstborn, you think you need all the stuff. And I ended up not using it. So that's why I was really strict with this one. Like, we don't need this. We ain't going to use that. I don't know how many parts this video is going to be. But you all know I don't rush. I can't rush. I hate rushing in life. That makes anxiety for me worse. So I'm going to probably end it here for tonight. Hopefully tomorrow I'll get to jump back on and we can continue doing this and then maybe get started in the colored pencils. We'll have to see where we're at. But I'm excited. I hope it turns out great. I think it's going to be fun. Again, the book is Welcome to Tatiana Bogema's Coloring World, Adult Coloring Pages by Tatiana Bogema, Stolova. If you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring. Bye.